Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Bumpy, and guys, in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than what I usually record and what I usually do. Basically, in today's video, it's kind of more of a tutorial on how to improve your message score on the Hypixel forums. Now, basically, I am currently on the Hypixel forums right now, as you guys can see, and basically, this message thing right here, as you can see, I have 281 messages. Basically, that number indicates how many posts I have made on the Hypixel forums and just everything I basically said or put on this website. Now, basically, that's what this number indicates, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys efficient ways to improve this number quickly if you do happen to want to get that number up and just make yourself look a whole lot cooler on the forums. I guess if this is your dream, then watch this video because I've got you covered. Alright, so basically we're going to get into the obvious parts of how to improve this number. Basically, to improve this number, you're just going to have to post a lot on the forums. That's basically how this number increases. So basically, every post you make, this number increases by 1 every single time. So if you make 10 posts each day, your number will go up 10 points each day. And that's a consistent rate that it will go up if you happen to post 10 things on the forum each day. Which is actually quite a bit for a normal player like to post 10 times a day. That is quite a bit, but if you really do want to get your score up, you're going to want to be posting like around 50 times a day. And in these posts, they don't have to be like full out what you think about a certain game, like a whole review type thing or a complaint that you have, like, and go into a big list of details about that. They can just be simple posts or simple replies to a player on something they posted or something they think and whatnot. So basically, the categories that you're going to want to stick to when you're posting are games, Hypixel server, and Hypixel community. These are basically the 3 sections you're going to want to stick to when posting these, kind of BS posts that don't really mean much. But just make sure to stay away from the contact moderators. Don't do anything with this unless you actually want to apply for staff or something like that. But just mainly stay away from there. That's not really relevant to what you need to, do to increase this score. So basically, the games category is what we're going to be starting with. And you can do whatever you want, basically, with this category on the forums. Basically, if you have something that relates to any one of these games, you can go ahead and click on the game that you want to talk about. So say if I had something about TNT games that I just wanted to mention or just talk about or discuss, I would just click on it, hit post new thread, and I would just make a simple little thread. It could just be like, I like TNT games or something like that, and then just write, you can write whatever you want. You can post whatever you want. But in my opinion, I would not post random stuff like, oh, I'm just going to put blah, 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 and just call it a day and post that. Like, that's not cool, bro. Like, if you want to actually improve your score, you're most likely doing it because you want to make your forums account look well established and professional. And posting a bunch of stuff like whatever like this is, like just random letters, that's not gonna make you seem professional at all. It's gonna make you look like, okay, this kid's obviously just posting random crap. Why would I even listen to anything he says anymore? That's not the impression you want to make off of somebody when they are reading your actual post that you actually want to discuss, like with your real discussions that you are having about certain topics. So make sure when you're posting, I would just, it takes time. If you want to create a professional, good-looking forums account with a bunch of actual good quality threads that people actually care about, it's going to take some time, and you're going to have to spend quite a bit of time on the forums discussing certain ideas or replying to people as well about your opinions on certain topics. So it will take some time if you really want to make your score look professional or your forums account look professional along with a high score. Now, obviously, if you're just doing this for just your score and you don't care about what you post, then yeah, you can type whatever you want, like blah, 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 create thread, and boom, you can just do that all day and you'll be fine. But for those of you who actually want to, make it look professional and make it seem legit, and you want people to care about your account, basically, you're going to have to put some time and thought into what you're actually posting on here. So, I mean, my biggest suggestion to you is, play a game that you haven't played, like on Hypixel. Say you've never played, like, Sky Clash before. I would recommend just playing that game, and you could just, play it for like 1 or 2 rounds and post what you think on the forums, and that would be a good thread of your opinions on the game after a few rounds of playing. That is one thing you could do. Or you could even just go into one of these and just see what other people have to say. So let's see what this guy has to say. Class and card suggestions. So he obviously is making a big post here about, what he thinks about certain classes and cards. And now this is a very well developed thread and very detailed, I must say. And this is a lot. And if you post stuff like this, it's going to take you hours and hours to get that score up to where you want it to be. So I would recommend just glance over this, look at some key points about Flame Knight. That's one of the cards I'm assuming. And here's some of his suggestions. Read them, and if you actually have some knowledge or some prior knowledge about the game that he's talking about, then you're good to go. You know what he's talking about for the most part, and you can just reply on your opinions. Like, you can just go down here and hit reply, and you can just type up your opinions in this little text box here. And then once you're done, do whatever you want after you typed it all up, you just hit post reply, and boom, that adds 1 to your score. And that is a good way, that is the most efficient way, in my opinion, to get your score up and still seem professional with what you're posting on your account. And so this is the most efficient way, in my opinion, to look professional and still have that high score or forum point score that you're looking for. And this is basically my suggestions to you. I would just stay in the games category mainly. You can branch out a little bit into the Hypixel server tab right down here. You can look at some news and announcements, reply to those. You can talk about guilds or just some help. Like, if you actually have a complaint or something or a suggestion, you can just go to the community help forum tab right here, and they will or you can post about whatever you need to post about. So as you can see, basically people are posting about complaints or suggestions that they have and questions that they might have about certain things, and they are looking for answers. And this is a good idea. You can also just go through here, and if you know the answers to some of these questions, that what is karma? If you know what karma is, basically you can just click on it. And I know that other people have probably replied to him already, but you can just go ahead and put your reply in as well, and it would still benefit him if he happens to read it. Maybe you even know some more information about karma that people might have not already suggested to him. And yeah, that's also a good way to just improve your score and still look professional. And that's kind of what you're looking for. If you really want a high score, you're probably going to want to look professional while doing it. That's why you want a high score in the first place, most likely. If you're just here, you can just reply and do whatever you want, like I mentioned earlier. But yeah, basically the fastest way, in my opinion, is just to reply to other people's forum threads that they've already created, basically, because they've already done the work of creating the topic. You just have to reply with your opinions and what you have to say about that topic, and that's really all you have to do. Those are my suggestions. And also, one more thing, if you happen to create YouTube videos and you actually have a channel and you post, on a regular basis, you can go to the YouTube Showcase tab and, you can post your thread. This is something I personally do myself. And you put the title in for the thread title, and you put the link of your video here, and you could just create a thread that way, and it'll actually post your video to this section. Like, here's one right here I posted earlier today. It has 3 views. Obviously that's not that many, but I did post this. It was my most recent video, Clutch Snipes. It was the slime mode Skywars Laboratory game that I played, and that just adds another point to your score. So these are all ways that you can do, or all things that you can do to improve your score while still looking professional and keeping your forum account professional and making it a good high professional account, and it'll be all good. And those are basically my tips. So yeah, that basically wraps it up for this video. I did go over some key tips and my personal opinions on things you can do to improve your score. Like I said, stick to mainly the games tab. You can maybe branch out to the Hypixel server and Hypixel community tabs a little bit, but stay away from this tab right here. And yeah, I've basically mentioned everything I have to say in this video. I hope you guys did find this useful if you happen to want to improve your Hypixel forum message count right here. And yeah, so that basically wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys did find this useful. And yeah, guys, if you did happen to find this useful, make sure to go drop a like down below. It really means a lot to me. This video did take some time to make, and I really appreciate the support from you guys. Even drop a comment. Let me know if there's anything else you have to say about this video. And yeah, that about wraps it up. So guys, I will talk to you later. Have a nice day, guys. Peace out.